The Amazon basin contains the world's largest tropical rainforest, an area the size of the continental United States, or if you can imagine, the face of the full moon.
The ecosystem of the Amazon could stop functioning. All of that water vapor that is lifted up by the trees is creating rainfall for all of the world. The Amazon is the heart pump of our global weather system. Without the Amazon, we cannot survive this global climate crisis.
Amazon Watch is a global movement of people everywhere who recognize the value and importance of the Amazon and are dedicated to defending it. We work with the largest environmental organizations in the world, and mostly in opposition to the largest corporations in the world.
One of the solutions to protecting the Amazon is by protecting indigenous peoples' territories. They've been protecting the Amazon for thousands of years.
A Amazon Watch vem junto com os povos indígenas, junto com o meu povo, o Mebengocré, junto com o povo da Amazônia, protegendo das florestas, da natureza.
Los gobiernos están concesionando a industrias como la minería, como la petrolera, como la maderera. No puede haber conservación cuando las industrias están destruyendo esos mismos espacios sagrados.
Our partners know the information from their regions better than anyone else, and they trust Amazon Watch to convey this information to a broader public.
Pidieron a CIRA que nos ayudara a abrir esa puerta para poder llegar al hombre blanco. Como respuesta, envío esa conexión con esta organización llamada Amazon Watch.
We're here basically because enough is enough.
It was one of the most exciting moments walking into the Occidental Petroleum shareholders meeting for the 7th time, asking our question about when Oxy was going to heed the UA's call to leave their territory. The senior management of Oxy stood to answer my question, and they said, well, Ms. Soltani, you should know that Occidental Petroleum had decided to leave the UA territory after 7 years.
What distinguishes Amazon Watch is their courage when it comes to confronting corporations directly, bringing indigenous leaders up from the Amazon, looking at the CEO in the eyes from 20 feet away. Amazon Watch created a model of activism that has led to consistent pressure being put on the company.
You will find Amazon Watch equally effective in the rainforest or in the boardroom. They are just as good at knitting together a movement as they are at applying that movement's power against our target.
Oxy era llevar a la destrucción, a la extinción de la nación UA. Esa alianza entre Amazon Watch y la nación UA dio para que el mundo se diera cuenta de que era necesario proteger la vida.
We have had tremendous victories. Burlington Resources, ConocoPhillips, Talisman, Chevron.
One of the victories that I'm most proud of is the Chevron victory. Chevron drilled and dumped 18 billion gallons of toxic wastewater, millions and millions of barrels of oil. They destroyed the rainforest, they destroyed cultures. Chevron lost a historic lawsuit, and we are going to seek enforcement.
Amazon Watch has sent a powerful message to every oil company in the world that they can no longer dump with impunity in countries that have weak legal regulatory systems.
La lucha de los pueblos indígenas no tendría éxito si no tuviera apoyo de aliados importantes como lo ha sido Amazon Watch. Por lo tanto, es muy importante que nos apoyen, porque la lucha no es solo para nosotros, es una lucha que estamos promoviendo para la subsistencia global de toda la humanidad.
Most people don't know that huge amounts of oil that are being pumped out of the Amazonian jungle are being refined in California. And when we fill up our cars, we're filling them up with the blood of the Amazon.
There is no reason why we should destroy the most biologically and culturally diverse place on the planet for 8 days' worth of oil. Amazon Watch is fully committed to ensuring that we build an international alliance to keep fossil fuels in the ground. in native lands, in indigenous lands, on public lands, everywhere. Over the last 20 years, we have stood with the Uwa people of Colombia to ensure that Occidental Petroleum and Ecopetrol get off their territory. We have stood with the Achuar people of Corrientes and the Pastaza River basins in Peru to hold Occidental again accountable. We've stood with the Quechua people of Sarayaku to promote their vision for protecting living forests. We have stood with the Munduruku people of the Brazilian Amazon to ensure that the Tapajós Dam is not built.
The Brazilian government intends to build dozens of new large dams across the last free-flowing tributaries of the Amazon. If we look at Belo Monte in the Brazilian Amazon, we see an ecological and human rights disaster.
Você usa o dinheiro do povo brasileiro para destruir os nossos rios, as nossas águas. Belo Monte é crime contra a humanidade.
Amazon Watch functions as the megaphone for indigenous communities on the front lines. The way we try to connect people through social media is to show the reality of those lives, the messages that they bring, and how an individual so far away can connect directly to someone fighting those fights. One photo can actually move 1 million people to act.
It's the culture of the indigenous people that have created a way of life that will sustain the Amazon, and we should be learning from them.
Los pueblos indígenas sabemos cómo vivir en armonía con nuestra madre tierra, porque entendemos de que es necesario mantener el equilibrio. Con tu apoyo vamos a continuar luchando y defendiendo a nuestra madre tierra, a los recursos naturales, pero también a la cultura, a la pervivencia de nuestros pueblos ancestrales del mundo.
My children will be able to breathe air and survive on the planet only if campaigns today prevent massive deforestation and resource extraction across the Amazon basin.
Our generation is the one who has to act, and act now. If we don't do this, there's nobody that will do it.
Indigenous peoples are now the most important voices to be listened to. Through our work and commitment, we have proven that Amazon Watch is your best bet to defending the Amazon.
It is a critical time for the Amazon. Scientists are saying that 50% could be deforested or degraded by 2020. If we're scared about what's happening right now with climate change, imagine the ecosystem of the Amazon collapsing. We can go another path. Stop business as usual. Stop the dams. Stop the oil and gas mining. You have to permanently protect the indigenous ancestral territories. Together, we can make a lot of change.